Hey, hey, hey. Hope you're having an awesome day. You will need your Chapter 9 notes, something to write with, something to do calculations on, and remember to pause the video if you need to. Okay, 9.4 is about vehicle insurance. So the lesson objective is to use tables to compute the annual premium for vehicle insurance. There are three types of insurance. There's liability insurance, which provides financial protection to the policyholder against claims for bodily injury. So if you get hurt, liability insurance will cover you. Collision pays for damage to the insured vehicle caused by a collision with another motor vehicle or an object, like a telephone pole. And comprehensive insurance pays for damage to the insured vehicle from losses due to fire, vandalism, theft, and just in case of anything else other than collision. So, two other words that are not on your notes, but you need to know, is a deductible clause. This is a clause in an insurance policy that requires the insured to pay a certain amount before the insurance company pays. Kind of like a copay in medical terms, but you have to have a $1,000 deductible that has to be paid before they'll pay the rest. And then the annual premium. Most insurances are paid once a year or twice a year, but you have an annual premium of what you will pay. That's what they will, that's how you start getting your insurance. So, when you're talking liability insurance, provides financial protection to the policyholder against claims for bodily injury and property damage. Sometimes they're doing this 130, 50, or 130. That kind of means like 100,000 for one person that's injured, or up to 300,000 if more than one person is injured. So it kind of tells you the limitations of the insurance policy. When you do get car insurance, you will most likely have to get liability insurance, and then you can add on collision and comprehensive. So that insurance would be more, but it would cover those things. And there's lots of factors that would go into that. The annual base premium determines the cost of your vehicle insurance. It includes three factors: the amount of insurance you cover, how old your vehicle is, and the insurance rating group depending on the size and value of your vehicle. So the formula for this for this lesson is below, and you have this in your notes. Okay, so a few things you might want to add to your notes, because that's what notes are for, adding. This is the first step you will do. So you will look on the chart and you will find these three numbers. You will add them together to get your annual base premium. And then when you get that number, you will multiply times your driver rating factor. So first step, second step. So here is the chart. And if you look at the chart, you can see there are two big blue bold parts. This is the annual liability premium, and this is the collision and comprehensive premium. So the first time, you will have to find those three numbers, those three words: liability, collision, and comprehensive. Okay, so up here, you'll be given two numbers. You'll be given this and something from up here, and you will find the first number. Okay, so it'll say 50,000 at 25,100. That would be 325. Or 100,000 at 100 to 200 be 386. Okay, then this is both collision and comprehensive. Okay, so you will be, most of the time it will be $50 deductible for these word problems. There's two groups, so you could technically draw a line right here better than Miss Dahlstrom's line, in your notes, right? This is collision, this is comprehensive. You will be giving an age group, A, B, C, D, and then an insurance rating group of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, or 15. So let's say they say B11, it'd be 243. B11 and 82. So you're going to have your first number is up here, and then your second and third are down there. Okay, so you might want to make sure you understand that chart. Now let's try some examples, and you have these 3 examples in your notes. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at the chart for the first one. Pierce Keenan has a 1.3 driver rating factor, and his car is in the age group of A and the insurance rating group 14. The coverage he wants is 50, 100 bodily injury and 25,000 for property damage. Oh, first thing you're gonna do is look up here, liability, okay? Liability, so if I'm looking at that problem, is here and here, okay? That's one thing this problem tells me. So it says 50, 100 at 25. Oh, look, 50, 100, 25, I get 309. Okay, so for number 2, I'm going to write 309. Now, A and 14 are some other numbers I need. A14, A14. Okay, here's your A14, A14. So then I get 322 and 127. If I add those up, I'm going to get 758. Okay, so first problem, I found my 3 numbers, added them up. Okay, second problem, I take that annual base premium that I just found and multiply it by the driver rating scale factor. So if I go to my problem, I'm taking 758 times 1.3. Where'd you get the 1.3, Jennifer, Miss Dahlstrom? That's right here. Okay, so all of this information is in here. When I multiply that, I get $958.40. That is my annual premium for my car insurance. Okay, so let's kind of look at number 3. Daniel sells driver rating factor. Okay, here's your driver rating factor. And our car is in the age group of D12. D12. And 130 at 50,000. Okay, if I go back here, the first thing, and I'm going to erase on here, is 100, 300, that's right here. Oops, sorry. Apologize. 130, 100, 300, and 50,000. So that would be 383. Okay, so write that down. So if I do number 3, I have 383 plus, oops. I go back and I can't remember. What was that rating group? D12, 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 D12. So I have 240 and 86. 240 plus 86. Okay. If I add all those up, I get 709. Okay, so that's my first step. Remember, your first step is finding your liability plus comprehensive plus collision. Now I have to take this annual premium, well, it's called the annual base premium times the driver rating factor. And the driver's rating factor is 1.6. And I should get $1,134.40. Okay, so You could pause the video, try number 4, and see if you can add those up and if you get the right number, okay? And then I will show you the answer. Please let me know if you have questions after you've tried number 4, and then you can do the practice. Here are the answers. And go ahead and do the practice.